Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another Throwback Thursday with me, Peter, the Master of Puppets, today joined by...
Peter, Brewed on Instagram.
Yes. And we're diving into more classic German beer, more Rauchbier from Brauerei, the brewery famous for Aecht Schlenkerla. So this is the quintessential Rauchbier, the benchmark of the style. We did the Helles. It's technically a Helles with some kind of a smoke character because of the yeasts they use. It's the same as in this one. But this is what, like, when you research smoke beer, when you look up Rauchbier, this is what comes up as the first thing usually. Yeah. And this is the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Märzen. So the most famous beer. They do this year round. It's 5.1%, and it's the Märzen style. Märzen is the type of lager brewed in Germany for March. Originally, it's brewed to lager for release at Oktoberfest. And there was apparently at a point in time of law in Germany that said you couldn't drink it from, was it April to September?
Yeah, so it had to age from April to
September so they could drink it at Oktoberfest. Yeah. That's quite cool. You know, that's dedication to proper lagering time. The style varies a lot. So you have light Märzen, you have dark Märzen, you have amber Märzen, and then even this, which is smoked Märzen. So there's quite a big variety and difference in it. And usually they're more malty, but they can also be a little bit well hopped. Again, it's almost like a catch-all lager when you think of it, because you can use dark malts, you can also not, you can also hop it a little bit more.
The clean-up lager.
Yeah, almost. And then it's also stronger in ABV often. So this one is 5.1%, and the big thing with this is that it's made with beechwood smoked malt from their own maltery in Bamberg. The big thing with Schlenkerla is using beechwood smoked malt, and that's what most of the Rauchbier breweries down there use, because that's the wood that's available locally for smoking the malt. Because traditionally in brewing, malt would be smoked for drying it, and you didn't have the same kilning method as you do nowadays. But a lot of that has changed, but a few breweries still do like the traditional way, and they still talk about UNESCO World Heritage and all these things, because apparently Bamberg is a UNESCO World Heritage city. So yeah, it's been around since Schlenkerla 18 something, I think. I can't remember exactly. It says 1405. Yeah. First mentioned in the year 1405.
That's a long.
That's a long history. I don't know if the family owning the place right now can, trace it all the way back, but it's got actually much more info here than online. It says it's made with Bavarian hops, pure water, their own smoked malt, bottom fermented. And yeah, one of the very last traditional made smoked beers. That's true, there's not too many left, but
you don't find it often.
No. I mean, I think in the States now you can actually find it easily, because Schlenkerla got such an influx of new popularity in the States that they started shipping out whole tanks. Like they get a tanker, a truck coming down, fill it up with beer, travels to the States, and they tap it in the States in cans.
Oh shit. Well, so modern.
Yeah. But
problems require modern solutions.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But here we go, guys. It's poured out in the glass and it looks nice. It's like a nice, really dark copper or something like that. Or just light brown. It's definitely on the dark side of a Märzen.
Fine foam.
Yeah.
I like it. Keeps pretty light brown.
Yeah. Slightly beige. I can smell the smoke from here, so...
This is a lager dry hop with sausages and bacon.
Yeah, we put in sausages and bacon into this beer. Well, let's smell it, because that's pretty much what it smells like from here. Oh, it's really smoky.
Yeah, it's so smoky, but it still has that minerality, the cleanness.
And it has lots of baked bread.
Yeah.
Like freshly baked brown bread. Not rye, because it's not as spicy, but like a
sourdough.
Bread. Yeah, sourdough. Yeah. Like a dark sourdough.
Yeah.
And then the big, like, meaty sausage.
Yeah.
It's almost, if you've ever been to a Biergarten in Germany, it's almost as you go there, you order some deli meats, smoked deli meats, and then some pumpernickel bread, and you have it on top. It's almost like that combination, just in beer form.
It's not that far off.
No. But it's like bacony and meaty and smoked sausage or cured ham.
Yeah.
And then underneath, I'm also getting like this, like, brown kind of malt character, like this, like, Munich malt type character. It's like slightly caramelized malt profile.
Pretty well hidden, but it's there.
Yeah, it's definitely there underneath, because the big dominating thing is definitely the smoke. And like if you're not into beer that smells like bacon or meat, this is not for you, because it's really meaty. But yeah, it smells really nice. Again, hops are not really shining, but again, this is also not a very fresh bottle. This is from a supermarket a craft beer store actually, quite a ways from here. But let's give it a taste.
Yeah,
when is the last time you had this?
I think it's a year and a half ago.
Okay, for me it's last November, I think, at the brewery. Well, let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's definitely smoky.
First thing
Wow,
that hits is really the umami. Not even the smokiness, but the umami.
It's huge umami, but the fun thing is like, first I'm hit with that up front swell, and then it goes down, and then there's like malt. And then like loads of bready caramelly malt, and then comes back like loads of smoke in the aftertaste.
Yeah. Wow. This is much better than I remember.
Okay, but now you're also having it with a clean palate, because I think the last couple of times we had it together, or we've had it a couple of times, or some different ones, it's been towards the end of tastings or whatever, because I had a big stock from when I was in Bamberg, or when I bought some. But yeah, it's really nice and smoky, and
it's much better than I remember it.
Yeah, and it's actually also more easy drinkable than I also...
Maybe it's the temperature as well.
It's slightly chilled.
I had it too chilled the past few times. I think that made the smoky character a bit too stand-out-ish. I didn't get the balance in it.
Yeah, you get more of the malt now.
Yeah.
This is about the temperature you'll get it actually at the par as well. It's not freezing cold. Also because they have the kegs standing out. You can see them. They are cold, but they're like what they do is if you get this beer on tap, it's not in steel kegs. Served from wooden kegs like you do traditionally in Germany, and they have like this small tapping handle that then they have a rubber hammer or a mallet. And they like hammer it on there, just kind of like you do cask beer in the UK. Yeah. But the casks in the UK are often not made of wood, so it's kind of the same.
Traditional. Yeah, that it's wood,
and it's like so traditional like that. But I'm pretty sure that cask is not under pressure, often not a lot, into live yeast, so like it's very dull, but down there it's pressurized because you get the same CO2 levels as you do with this in the bottle. But I really love this. To me, like this is like the go-to kind of traditional Rauchbier. My favorite of the ones they do is the Urbock, just because it's like the most meaty, smoky one and the most heavily smoked one.
I wouldn't go much higher than this in the smoke grade for my personal taste.
It's more smoky, but it also has much more malt. It's like a Doppelbock. Almost. Right. It's on the edge. Or you could say it's maybe more dunkler bock because it's like I think it's 6.5%. And then they have the Aecht, but the Aecht is also quite smoky, but it's not the same heavy smoke because it's not beechwood. It's oak. Yeah. But oak doesn't provide the same level of meaty quality. It's less umami. One thing I love, even though they're a very traditional brewery, it'd be fun to see them play around because they already do beechwood, and then they have an oak version. It'd be fun to see them use different woods.
Exactly.
But I guess the whole thing about it is all the wood they use is locally sourced, so they can't go too nuts. But I guess they could find like apple wood, maybe cherry, something like that.
They do different kinds of. They do lots of apples in Germany, so they should be able to do apple wood.
Maybe even pine. That could also be like in the Schwarzwald area, which is kind of close. That's usually when you smoke your meat there, it's pine or a spruce tree. But yeah, like very nicely body too. Like the body's nice. It's a very like medium, slightly creamy body, but with some dryness from the hops on the back end. Not really bitter, but it's like light, like dry, bitter.
Yeah, I don't think they felt the necessity to add that many hops because they had that much body from the smokiness.
Yeah.
But you still have like a fairly clean malt profile that follows the tastes always.
But the interesting thing was, so this bottle is almost a year old, and I feel like this malt stands out maybe a bit more than usual. And the fun thing with aging these Rauchbiers is that the smoke comes like in waves. Okay. So it comes back again after a while, and then it disappears, and it's quite interesting. Like then oxidation takes over for a bit, and then it takes the back seat. Because we did like a tasting where we tried different vintages of Rauchbier. Me and Michael, was it last year I think, and I also tried it at the brewery. So it's fun because it turns out quite different. But I think this is just like, it's the benchmark of the style. If you want to try a proper well-brewed Rauchbier, and one you can also have a few of, because I can also definitely drink more than one bottle of this personally. If you have the Urbock, maybe one is enough because it is so heavily smoked.
So thick.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 95. I think this is a world-class Rauchbier.
I think my personal interest is around 90.
Yeah. Because you like the Helles a bit more.
The Helles had a much cleaner.
Yeah. This you really have to appreciate the character.
I think this is,
and that's also what they say in Bamberg. Like it's not for everyone, but this is just like our local,
I can appreciate the craftsmanship behind this so much, and that's why I'm on 90 and won't go lower because I can taste that it's really well brewed.
Yeah.
And that's but my personal taste is around 90.
And that's also what we do here, so it's personal taste and what you prefer. But the craftsmanship, as you said, is really good.
I think
and,
it's really
personal taste for me is the 95. I fucking love this beer. Again, I don't know if I'd say desert island beer because it only to have Rauchbier on a desert island. The sun would be maybe a bit too much.
Then it should be the Helles.
Yeah,
I could do that.
That could be a good desert island beer actually. But this is something I still, whenever I go to a craft beer bar and I see if they have Schlenkerla on tap, I get Schlenkerla. I love it. And when I'm in Copenhagen at Fermentoren, if they have Schlenkerla, I get it in a 1 liter mug.
Oh shit.
In a Maas. That's like almost every time I've been there. Oh, you have Schlenkerla on tap. Can I get a Maas? Yeah. They're like, yeah, sure. And then I'm just like the only person sitting drinking a liter of Rauchbier at the bar.
Everybody getting their 0.2 taste.
Yeah, Rauchbier. No, you need it by either the Stein or the Maas. But I just love Rauchbier. It's one of my favorite styles. So I wish we'd see more craft brewers tackle this style. And now that lagers are becoming more popular, I hope we will. So, if you guys had a chance to try Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Märzen, let us know what you thought of it. I even think this is a higher grade than I gave it originally. But I just love it. So if you had it, let us know what you thought of it. Again, check it out if you haven't had it already and you want to see what a smoke beer is. This is just the benchmark. Yeah. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we're going to say cheers. And see you guys in another Throwback Thursday.